actually want to get to some live footage here. We have Florida Governor Ron DeSantis giving us an update.
Has both boats and vehicles en route to the affected areas. And Florida Department of Transportation has been conducting cut and toss operations starting at the southern part of the state as the storm moved through Southwest Florida, clearing those roads and then moving all the way up north. And so they are en route to clear all the way up to Taylor County. Right now, Tampa Airport is going to reopen for incoming flights at 4 p.m. By 3 a.m. tomorrow, it will be fully reopened. Gainesville Airport will reopen tonight, and Tallahassee Airport will reopen first thing in the morning. The ports in Tampa and Manatee are currently undergoing assessments, and when those assessments are concluded, they will be able to resume operations, assuming all is well, which we anticipate it will be. There are, as of now, no confirmed fatalities, and those fatalities are things that get confirmed by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement through medical examiners. We do not have any confirmed fatalities yet. If you have any questions about how things are unfolding in your area, you can go to floridadisaster.org for updates. The Florida Division of Emergency Management will continue to update that website with all the latest information. We have really good retail in terms of all the counties, I think, other than the Big Bend proper, the Tampa Bay area, things are good. Leon County is doing well. We're still assessing what is all going on the ground in the places that had the initial impact. And so we're probably going to be, I'm probably going to try to get down to some of those counties today, but we got a lot of people that are going in, offering assistance from the state perspective, helping these counties be able to stabilize the situation. So for more updates on this, I'm going to bring up Kevin Guthrie from the Florida Division of Emergency Management.
All right. Thank you, Governor. So far right now, the biggest impacted area that we have, following up on what the governor said, is seems to be in Perry. Right now, we know we have a couple of businesses that have caught on fire, a few that have roofs knocked off of them, maybe potentially one collapse. We're getting some conflicting information on that. But we do have crews that are there working hand in hand with Taylor County Sheriff's Office and Taylor County Fire Rescue. So that's going on. Madison County is another county that has been impacted. They have a lot of debris on the ground. They have about 99% power outages in that particular county. So again, we do have resources heading in that direction. Again, I'll let General Haas talk about that. He's got one of his task forces heading in that direction as well. So other than that very specific detail, we continue to search, secure, and stabilize areas that we can do that in. Most of what we're doing here in the Big Bend area is initial search. I will say this, I know we don't have anybody from the CFO's office here, but in search and rescue in Fort Myers, we were able to clear a lot of houses very quickly because of the footprint of Fort Myers. Up here in the Big Bend, you may have two houses that are on a 5-mile road. So that is going to take a very long time to clear those. Now, we have more than enough assets, more than enough resources to get that done in a timely manner, but I just want to go ahead and set expectations. Some of this is going to take longer than what we experienced with initial search and rescue in Fort Myers, just again because of the landscape. We're going to have to do a lot of tree cutting and a lot of push emergency access to get into those areas to then do the securing and stabilizing, but we are working through all of that. We have maintained communications with all of our counties. We did have a couple of 911 centers that went down briefly for about 20, 30 minutes. But again, all 911 calls have been answered. There are some minor backlogs in Taylor County and Madison County that, again, local officials are working through. And then we are supplementing those resources to help them get through those calls as quickly as possible. I will reiterate that even though we have 911 calls, there is no one in distress that has not been taken care of. The ones that were in distress, we got folks to immediately. We have a lot of people that have called 911 saying, I'm entrapped in my house, I'm okay, but I need help. So they are 100% okay We're going to get to those folks just as fast as we can get our emergency access teams into them. The state emergency response team will continue to work around the clock to meet the needs of all the survivors, support our first responders, and initiate an efficient recovery process to communities impacted by Hurricane Idalia. We are actively working with our law enforcement partners to continue to conduct, search, and stabilize, as I've already mentioned. We have a recovery team that's already in the EOC. We, here at the Division of Emergency Management, we activate our recovery team the exact same time that we activate our response team. So our recovery team has already been working for several days getting ready for this. They are already conducting windshield assessments throughout the state of Florida. We will go into the next phase of this will be individual damage assessments, initial damage assessments, where those are done at the local county level in a little more detail to get numbers that will then roll up with us. We already have FEMA that is standing by ready to do what
All right, we were just
joint
listening
damage
to Florida
assessments.
Governor Ron
So they have teams here
DeSantis right over the
already
left shoulder
ready to
of
go
the
for
gentleman
that.
that you see here
You're
speaking
gonna
on your
see a
screen
very,
right
very
now. That is the head of the Florida
response
Emergency Management
on the recovery
Department.
side of the house
The biggest
to
concern
do,
that we've just listened
individual
into is him
damage
saying what's going on in Perry. They're hearing about fire, a lot of debris in some areas. 99% of the power is out in some parts of Florida. One key note that he stressed here, he mentioned it a couple of times, even though some folks are still trapped inside of their homes, there is no one in distress as those 911 calls are coming in, and no one in distress, they say, that has not been taken care of. So that is some good news to hear as far as their response to all of this. Last thing he mentioned, recovery and response teams are both active right now, and they're stabilizing areas as they can. We are going to continue our coverage of Idalia when we return right after this.